Hello everybody, welcome along to JACKOCAR, the Cup Series Season 3 here for Round 4. It's a Singapore Grand Prix. We are the only league in the world that will make this track interesting and to bring you the race tonight. Your commentator Owen White, me of course, and with me, Jacko. We shall make this good. We shall break the mould as usual. This track is rubbish for every other league in the world except this one.
And the most notable race of all is the Season 1 race where Mr. John got his podium. We had 6 finishes and the infamous Singapore wall at Turn 8 come out.
It's almost a ritual, isn't it, to mention that one? We should have a wee shrine for it, or a memorial for all the lost ones that ended up in that wall.
Yeah.
Utter carnage. But that's why we love it.
The trick was to adapt and overcome, and only 6 of them did. And we ended up with a magical podium. It was Jamie Bromley, it was Dexter, it was Mr. John. What a night.
Indeed, and what a night we had last week as well, where we broke the commentary box, we broke the viewers' minds, and even broke a driver, as Paul McGuinness took his first ever win in a JACKOCAR Cup Series, something which, you know, we'd said before the race that he hadn't had much screen time because it had been so disastrous. Maybe we should say that for a few more drivers. Mind you, I've said this a million times for TC, and it still hasn't quite happened for him yet, but if I say it enough, it'll be his night. Obviously, here last season, I got so angry that I actually punched the table when he had an accident with Risky. Call me a fan, but he needs to have a good performance. And if Paul McGuinness can do it, TC can do it. But first of all,
if Paul McGuinness can do it, anybody can do it. I thought.
Exactly. Well,
but, here we are.
Looks like it is not raining, but knowing this track, rain will be on the horizon at some point. It's like I say, it's a really weird one. It's probably the most likely track on the entire game for it to rain, and that's something that you wouldn't really expect because it's only ever happened once in real life. But once apparently is enough for Codemasters. I like their different weather. But yes, we're getting ready for the first car to come out. It'll be coming out in about 30 seconds time, and it'll be Matt Bowden in number 88. Replacing Jamie. What a shame.
Do we need to quickly talk about Jamie and what happened last week?
Yeah, let's explain how he absolutely cheated and got disqualified.
Yeah, emphasis on cheated. Owen, rightfully, you called him as an incredible recovery drive to P5, which it was.
Yes.
But post-race, the steward discovered that he had hit the wall on the exit of turn 5 intentionally, and you can hear his voice on the stream saying that he's going to do that. And then he enters the pit lane at the end of the same lap, hits the outside wall of that, or inside wall I should say, to break the other part of the wing, thus giving him enough or sufficient damage to be able to make a legal pit stop, which is why nothing showed up until the steward saw the stream. And he was immediately disqualified from the race result, and has not been able to forget about it.
Well, you
this,
see,
by the way, is our champion from last season.
Well, see, I have to take some of the blame for this, if I'm brutally honest with you, because I'm sure you'll probably be aware, Jack, that I do suggest that someone's going to do this at some point every single week, and finally someone has done it, and I guess as it turns out, you're not very happy about that, so I shall stop suggesting that idea to drivers, even though some will argue, and I'm sure they probably already have, that how did Arnaud get to the Championship 5? He just did that delivery. Iceman, his statement came at this track when he had an accident, which directly caused him to get on the podium. It's that odd safety car rule, and we've seen the first person try to exploit it, but not really succeed.
Yeah. So what we've discovered is that you can exploit it, but you will be penalised for it. Everybody else who has pitted under the safety car since we introduced it at the start of last season's playoffs has had a legitimate pit stop.
Yes.
With the exception of Waze, of course. I think it's Waze or Phil, something like that.
Someone did it, didn't they? Probably was Waze, knowing him.
Yeah.
They definitely was Waze. I mean, I can't confirm it, but I think we could argue that we're absolutely definitely right. I don't think anyone's going to say we're wrong. But anyway, here is Matter on his first lap. He will go top as long as it stays valid, and you can see that there is Janel on track as well in a pink car, and that'll be interesting. Looking forward to seeing that livery. Matter's livery, it's fine. It's fine. I'm looking forward to seeing some of the shiny glossy, well not glossy, the chrome liveries. I'm sure they'll have those out in force tonight. Obviously we have lost the best one, but I've already challenged the driver to say that, well, we've lost the best one, you've got to come up with one that can be better than it anyway. So
yeah,
hopefully
the best one.
Accept the challenge.
Sorry. Car 96, obviously, no longer in the league, he has left, so he's been replaced by Car 25, which is Kieran, who, coincidentally, is not racing this week. He's actually been replaced by Janel, who's currently behind Matter on his lap.
It's not really pink, is it? The game teased me there with pink. I like me a pink livery, you see, sometimes. That's well, we'll get to it. We'll get to it. But here is Matter in his blue, turquoise, and black as he finishes the lap. I am realising that I have got my HDR still on, so I'm afraid you might be getting blinded by the lights on the track. Rest assured, I'm being blinded too, as Matter goes fastest. And let's have a little look at this livery then. Do you know, it's actually quite good. I quite like this. I think this livery in general, this template is very nice. So I'm always a fan of people who use it. This is quite, it pops, I like it.
You've not seen this livery. This is what Janel drove to victory in the test race at Spain. I wouldn't say in dominant fashion, but he certainly come alive in the second half, or even the last third of the race. So he's proving the point, somebody who could compete in this league for sure. And it'd be interesting to see if he can go and take it to another victory against all the big names that are here today, with the exception of J-Luke and Brandon, also not here today. He's replaced by former Cup Series driver, which is MP Vaughan.
Yes. Good to see MP Vaughan back. I can see his purple in the pits as well. Yes, Matter's time was a 34.6. We're expecting some in the 33s, definitely later on. But for now, we'll just stick with Janel and we'll see how he gets on as he's heading through the final sector. It's weird, I was playing the game a bit yesterday. I was actually doing some single player on this track. It actually has a really nice flow to it. You wouldn't think it, but it is actually surprisingly satisfying to drive, even in the rain. So I do hope the drivers are enjoying themselves as they head round. But Janel through the last two corners now, easy to bin it here. But Janel hasn't. He has gone fastest. And next we get to look at the ever delightful, ever beautiful livery of Pete's. I mean,
back to Leicester City.
Yeah.
Oh wait, it's not Leicester City. Let me guess. Still not a fan of this?
It looks even worse at night, doesn't it? Because the blue almost looks purple now, but that might be just my HDR's fault, in fairness. But yeah, look, I've gotten over it now. It's rubbish. I know it's rubbish. You know I think it's rubbish.
Oh, and it resembles Leicester City playing under the lights of the King Power. That's what it looks like to me.
We'll beg to differ on that one, but let's not cut that. I think someone's crashed. Okay, let's focus on the person who's ended.
Dexter.
I think it's Dexter. Yes, it's Dexter. I'm trying to see if Pete's actually coming round to that accident. He is indeed. Or maybe it's just a wee spin for Dexter, but either way, it's ruined his day. Yeah, he's broken his car, look. So, yeah, it's done. Out of the session. Here's Camo Babo. He's derating his way to last. Well, fourth. And we can go back to TC then, as he's just come through the first sector.
Yeah. Oh, and just very quickly, jokers tonight are Brandon, who's not here, so he will miss his joker this season, and also Cam, the American driver, who will be going out at 8 minutes 45 remaining. So a bit later on in the session.
Keep keeping an eye on him then. He's got some good speed, hasn't he? So it'll be interesting to see if he can make that one work. We obviously love seeing a joker succeed. Look at that, TC gets a bit of a tow. Easy to forget that there's actually a DRS zone on that short straight, but there is. And TC just getting a few extra mile an hour as he heads through into the sector of chicanes. Lots of walls that you could potentially hit in the race here. Hopefully none of them stick out though, as we had, like we say, in Season 1, it was these sort of tighter corners which caused the problem. A turn 8, I think it was. But here is TC to finish this lap. Not going to be fastest, not going to be second. Might be third, it is third. No, it's fourth, sorry. Not even third. Well, maybe next week. Who's next? Red Matt.
A man who needs a good result. He's had only first lap incidents so far this season.
Well, at least he's consistent. Nice
and
colours.
He's dropped the red. He's dropped the red from his livery, you'll note.
Red Matt, not red anymore, but you know what? I kind of like the colours on it anyway. It's quite nice. Works quite well.
Matte.
It's blue matte. It's turquoise matte.
Red Matt said before qualifying, if he doesn't get into the 33s, it's a bad lap. So that is an awful lap from Red Matt there. 34.0.
Yes, he has made that point very clear to us. It's a bit of a failure, that one, isn't it? Riley has invalidated. And he was going to do his lap on the mediums, and well, he can't do that no more. So that means we get to watch Risky for a whole lap. Ah, the chrome looks even nicer at night. He heads down towards turn 1. And Risky, let's see if you can have a good lap. That really does look stunning, doesn't it?
It does. Love the way the light just glances across the top of the red. Very nice.
But will he have a good lap time to reflect the beauty of the car? Let's see as he heads through that first sector. How is he looking? I think it's alright. I think actually I'm noticing now that the sector line on the map is wrong. Sorry, I know no one cares, but I gotta check that for another person's lap. I don't know how I've noticed this. Right, or maybe I'm just saying things. I think there's been another accident. Has there been another accident? There's yellow flags, definitely. I'm trying to see what's going on.
Slow car, I think.
It didn't look like he was in the wall, though. Might well just been letting someone through. And okay, he's invalidated. But anyway, back to Risky. As he heads through the middle sector. Purple, according to the video game itself. As he heads through now. Oh, he's in the wall. That's gonna break and then play it off. He should still get the lap finished, but certainly not. Oh, he's got a puncture. He's got a puncture. Yeah, well, that's going to be him. He'll still got to keep going. Just finish the lap off.
There's already 3 cars out of this qualifying session, so he could at least get 17th.
Don't be cutting the corner. Don't cut the corner. No. He's kept it valid. He's kept it valid. Just don't pit. He should know it. Just get to the line. You'll start at least what, 17th?
Yeah, 17th at the moment. So.
Yeah. Oh, don't break your wheels off. Just, crawl across the line. He's done so. Just about.
It's a 1:47 from Risky. That's fast.
Yeah, Lewis Hamilton won a whole race on 3 wheels. And now that rear right's completely exploded, hasn't it? Yeah, he's round again. Right, who else is on the lap?
KK invalidated, you said, so Corey.
Yes, so we can see Corey. Is that first sector line on the map in the right place, or was I losing my mind? No, it's in the complete wrong place. Why have they put it there? I'm not losing my mind, am I, Jacko?
I don't think you are. I'm looking at the same thing.
Oh, Codemasters. Why?
Red Matt telling us in chat that his last sector was too cautious. And just to confirm those in the YouTube chat, MK Bourne will not inherit Brandon's Joker with Brandon not being here. Reserve drivers do not have Jokers this season, like they have done in seasons 1 and 2. Yellow flags out again as Corey negotiates the hairpin. DRS open.
Is he using ABS?
I believe he does.
What a fraud.
Well, you said it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to agree with you.
Embarrassing. And he still can't win with it. It's shocking.
Not yet. It's coming. It's coming.
Well, we've been saying this for a few seasons now, even though it's I know it's his first full-time season, you know, in the front, as we'd expect him to be. And we're still waiting. Look at him not invalidating, but derating. Oh, look at me, I'm going P1 by only 3/10, even though I've got no ABS, which I can break as I want and not have to worry about locking up.
I sense there's a few drivers that beat that time.
Oh yeah. Hopefully Cam is one of them. I believe in the American. As do all of us here at JACKOCAR, because we sort of have to, because he's running the colour.
One stop in. Can he pull it off tonight? There's only been 2 Joker race wins in the first 36 races. Of course, KK and Kyle doing that at Monza and Silverstone. Cam to the line. It's P5.
Yeah, he might struggle to get to the top 10 with that. Possibly. Well, saying that, actually, we only have a handful of drivers left to go. We have really have had a lot of attrition
Well,
and issues, yeah.
Paul McGuinness,
Paul
last week's
McGuinness.
race winner.
Yes. Last week's race winner. Like you said,
As
he broke...
controversial or not as you like, he still won last week. So he
Yes.
raises the wall there, and he will be in the playoffs come March or April, whenever it is.
It's gone P8. Yes, I say. Only one person wasn't very happy with us, and we've been over him already. It was... I personally thought it was great. Gave us a moment to remember, certainly, and he got a KSC out of it. And let's be honest, if you know Paul McGuinness in real life, which unfortunately we all do, you know that he milked it, but he enjoyed it. And we're all about the community here, and it was a nice community moment.
I
Shame
can
some people didn't enjoy it. One person.
He did try and utilise the KFC voucher, but unfortunately, due to the nature of the global pandemic that we're living in, he has to use it in store, and it's not viable as a drive-through. But it will be valid when stores open in the UK and Ireland. Invalidation for that man Jake there.
He's taken the purple off his car, put the red back on, and that's the result of it. He's gone red, which means he doesn't get a lap. Go back to the purple. I mean, it didn't go very well for that either. Maybe he should just change all colours. But anyway, let's move on to Jordan. He's got green, blue, white. We all know this. This is iconic colours. He's D-rated as well. I don't think there's many that haven't D-rated as he goes up to P5.
It's a good lap.
Yeah, not too bad. Not too bad.
Arnold, who won this race last season.
It's purple. He's still got the nice livery that I enjoyed a lot because I actually bought this livery myself, so I sort of have to say that it's a good livery because, well, awkward. Everyone take red off your car. Like, everyone. It's not lucky around the streets of Singapore tonight. Clearly. So then, Kia Series driver MK Bourne. Obviously, some would argue he can still compete in this tier, but he has taken the step down and looks to be one of the main title contenders for the Kia Series, which starts next week on February 9th as we head to Monza. But right now, his attention is here in Singapore, qualifying for the Cup Series. Inherited Brandon's P17 slot. What can he do with it? He's seems quite cautious. He's missing most of the apexes and just making sure he gets round the lap, is MK Bourne. It could be a working formula, considering how many people haven't got laps done, or had laps done sort of shoddily. But let's see what the final result will be anyway. As we just get some retirees. Obviously, he's still waiting for the big lap to come, as MK Bourne struggles yet further around this lap. He isn't having the best time, is he? You can tell he was a late inclusion.
Yeah, no practice.
Poor guy.
It should go at least P11 though. One would like to think.
I mean, yes. Unless he has a catastrophic accident or cuts the corner or it goes wide, it should be P11 at the very least, and it's P10 in fact. Even better. Yeah.
Almost into 36s there. Not bad, but no practice.
Yeah, not too bad. Here's Iceman. Like we say, this is where he got his podium last season.
I think this is where he started his chase campaign, wasn't it?
Well, that podium sort of definitely kickstarted it all off, didn't it? I think the Bahrain short race was sort of where we saw the potential. It was here where he sort of followed through on it. And look at now, another one who's D-rating through those last two corners. As he goes P4, Iceman. And now...
Another good qualifying session for Iceman.
The bit 2 then. We've got Kyle, and then we've got Khalifa, who's got red on his car. Maybe this is bad luck still, we'll see.
Kyle has red on his car
also.
Yeah, for Sir Captain Tom Moore, of course, died earlier in the week. So the red is in memory of him.
Yes.
Propel him to his first pole position this season.
Well, that's sort of change at some point, I think. For Christ's sake.
Never mind.
We appreciate the gesture. We all do appreciate the gesture. We're not going to take the mick out of that one because it is a good gesture, but sadly it's an unlucky one. Maybe it's only a qualifying only unluckiness, and in the race it will blossom and be fantastic. But here is Khalifa. Can he invalidate his lap and give us an interesting race? Yeah!
Yes! Get in there!
I mean, oh, what a shame.
Get it for him.
The red has done it again.
Corey takes pole.
The red. I can't believe it. The red is actually cursed.
Serves him right. That's what you get for winning 2 of the first 3 races.
That's what you get for race fixing. Fraud.
Corey straight in my DM saying, "Come on, I can win this." Yes, he can.
Oh dear.
All of a sudden, it becomes a lot easier when your main title rivals aren't around you.
Yes. Well, look, in reality, he doesn't really have to even show up for the next few races, does he? He's already well through. But it's good to have him out, so that he can have a bit of variety. He can also not just look at the front of the grid and think there's nothing going on. No, he's got to pass people. You know, the start of it is he's not even last. 16th.
It doesn't matter. We'll take it. He's not on pole.
So that means what? 8 drivers had issues on their qualifying laps, or on their out laps in Dexter's case. A really atrocious quali session that was. And it was Corey who came out on top.
It's the first time since November 26th that we've had somebody other than Khalifa on pole.
Jesus Christ. Okay, well, thank goodness we've broken that duct. But yes, so we'll get the confirmation of the order, and when we get onto the grid, I am genuinely very interested to see which car is the highest on the grid with some red on it. I suspect it might be Paul, but I'm not 100%. Anyway, order. Corey, Jano, Red Matt, Iceman, Matter, Jordan, Cam, Pete, TC, TC actually, he's got red on this, Paul, NK Bourne, Camo, then the ones who had issues, Risky, Bindit, Arnold invalidated, Riley invalidated as well, Cleaver invalidated and Bindit, Jake no, he invalidated and didn't even set a non-time. Kyle invalidated, Dexter Bindit, okay. Did we even see him? I can't remember.
Dexter, no, because he wrecked on the back straight, didn't he, on his outlap?
Because I think I saw him invalidate before his lap started okay again.
I saw him
not
on
watching
board
this.
with Pete on his cooldown lap. But he was already DNF'd at that point.
Dry for the race, despite the fact that there are full wet tyres in one of the race garages. Believe me, unless I'm seeing things, it's not raining. But that could be a sign of things to come.
Yeah.
Or maybe
Do
not.
expect carnage.
I'm
sure we're going to get more than one retirement.
I'm expecting a good race now. We've had that quality session really mix it all up.
Yeah. To my understanding, Corey P1 and Red Map P3, they're going to work with each other, the 2 teammates. Of course, their other 2 teammates, the full-time teammates, they're not here.
Yes.
So I wonder what Matter and MK Bourne can do to help out the Blast team. But certainly Corey and Red Matt have a great chance for great points.
Indeed.
They can keep their noses clean, and that's going to be the key tonight.
Yeah, that is really the key for everyone. It's the longest race of the season, this one as well. So they're really got to be focused from start to finish. But yes, we've only got a few seconds before we can see what tyres everyone's starting on, and we can see which red car is the highest on the grid. Red proving to be the unluckiest colour.
Is it Paul McGuinness?
It's TC, I think. I suspected it was Paul, but then TC has some red on his halo, look. And other parts of his car is rear wing. So, TC is your highest qualifier that's red. If that doesn't show you how difficult the Reds have found it today, well, there you go. The rest are a slight variation of blue and more blue. But the grid again. Corey, Jano, Red, Matt, who's not red. Iceman, Matter, Jordan, Cam, Pete, TC, Paul McGuinness, all on the softs. Then outside the top 10 you got NK Bourne, mediums. Camo Bravo, softs. Risky, mediums. Arnold, softs. And then Riley, Khalifa, Jake, Kyle, Dexter, and OKK all on the mediums. No one's on the hard. No one really were expecting to be on the hard. Not even at the start at least. Maybe Cam would when he does his Joker. But apart from that, not really too sure about anyone else.
Ones to watch tonight will be Arnold, Khalifa and Kyle coming through from the back. Also, can Redmat, I know he's working with Corey, but can he get a good start himself this season, because he certainly needs it. The two reserve drivers of Janel and Matta up in the top 5 has really mixed it up tonight, hasn't it? And Iceman up there as always, so I'm really excited to see how this one ends up, Owens. I think we are in for a classic.
I think this is going to be a fantastic race.
Also, before we do get underway, stage points tonight are at the end of lap 7 and lap 15.
Hello, by the way, to the 21 viewers who are here to watch the race. To be honest, I'm not really in the chat much, but I shall have the chat open tonight. So if you've got any burning questions that you might want to ask me if the race gets a little bit stale, I'm sure it will, but safety cars exist for a reason. Ask me about anything.
It's going to be a long one.
It's going to be a long one, but hopefully an enjoyable one. But if we need to, we will turn it into a podcast. It's just a precaution. It's just a precaution. It's fine. But, yes. Right. Let's everyone get to the grid now. Come on. I'm very excited now. Question, why is your plane taking off? I've told you this many times.
Great start from Yuri.
Many times. Why don't you ask me something interesting? Huh? Come on. It's just, yeah.
I saw, I think it was Newgarden earlier, he asked what time's takeoff. That's a different question for you.
Ben in the chat, rain expected at the end of the race. I'm sorry?
Ooh, was that Ben Shaw?
I'm hoping so. He's just got a B as his profile picture. That could mean
Ben Shaw
anything.
is Iceman.
It is indeed.
So, hopefully
he's right.
Well, they know more than us.
Well, exactly. For some reason, as commentators, we don't get told that. Never.
Nope.
Nice one, Cody's. I censored myself. But anyway, we're on the grid. I'd say, like, I'm a professional at this. But here we go. Time to break my professionalism. It's Corey on the left. It's Jan on the right. Ladies and gentlemen, boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing. And it's a dreadful start for Corey off the line. I wonder if anyone's going to get in towards turn 1 or if it's going to be equally bad. Oh, there's contact. And Janel's gone straight to the side of Corey. He did try and take the advantage, but it hasn't gone well at all. And that'll be Corey well clear. Safety car already. And Cam, the Joker driver, or is that my thing going haywire? No, he is at the back. He is right at the back. And there's a few more as well. Paul McGinnis involved. Jordan, I think, has gone up a little bit. Has he? I'm not too sure. Actually, there's a few things messing
themselves out.
Jake's had an accident.
McGinnis has had a bad start.
Yeah, Jake's had an accident as well. I can see Riley's got half a front wing. Carnage. And it was very nearly Corey facing around the wrong way. I'm surprised that Janel really didn't get through there, because it was a real good opportunity for him.
I'm surprised there was so much argy-bargy between the two of them, because they are in the same eSports team. And I thought there would have been a bit more respect there. I noticed Redmat kept well away from everybody, put himself to the far right, and well, he's still in third to reward him for that start. He's finally got what he wanted. That will be under safety car for 3-4 laps.
Right, so let me just get this straight. Arnold's had a 5-second time penalty. I don't really think he's going to care very much, is he? Having made 6 positions up. So that's a fantastic start for him. What's Khalifa involved in that? Because he's got a penalty. Yes, he has half a front wing missing. And then the other half's also a bit ruined. It's sort of a front wing calamity on this first lap. It's a very long...
You can expect at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 drivers to make a pit stop under the safety car, because I'm looking at 6 drivers with 100% red wing damage in one form or another.
Well, if we are expecting rain, I sort of hazard a guess that they're all going to go into the hards and wait it out for the rain. Yeah, so this could work out handsomely for them, actually.
Jordan, Riley, Khalifa, Jake, Paul and Cam. Obviously Cam on his Joker, so
that's over.
I think that's ended that, hasn't it?
Yeah. Like I said,
TC's just picked up 70% wing damage.
Right. I wonder if these guys will be sharing any pit boxes. Obviously, that's something we always got to think about with this, because they don't know, we don't know. It's a game of luck, this. So we'll just try and keep our eye out, see if anyone's being held up at any point. We're right on board with Paul McGinnis. I think he's got his own pit box. I think that they all have their own pit box. There should be no holding up going on. Oh no, Cam's being held up. Well, that's just brilliant for him. He will be last by quite some distance. He's got lovely eyes though, look at him. He's all white. I think he's dead actually.
Red Matt confirming rain is legit at the end. That's spiced up, hasn't
Look
it?
at him, he's dead. It's horrifying, man. It's like a well, it is a model in the car, but Jesus, don't ever look at inside anyone's visor in a pit stop. Anyway, yeah, sorry. Back to topic. Rain, good.
Yeah, right at the end, so see what that does for us.
Alright, well, I said we might need a Q&A session. Fire away. But while you prepare to ask your questions, no, Jake isn't. Thank you. They said he was leading. He isn't. Top 5, surprisingly, have all actually kept their original positions. Shockingly. But after that, it's all change. It's Pete up 2, Arnold up 7 with a penalty, NK Bourne up 3, Risky 4, Camo Babo 2, Kyle 7, OKK 8, and Dexter 6, and then it's TC down 5, Jordan down 9, O'Reilly down 1, Paul down 7, Jake, well, I can't tell actually because it says he's up 1, but it's a green thing, but it's also a red thing, you know what I'm looking at. Khalifa, it just says 3, useful, well done game. Cam, down 13. Can't even get basic graphics right, it's unbelievable.
A couple of things for you, Owen. It's nice to see that Iceman has travelling support in the chat, but more importantly, TC's wing change is looking very questionable. He had no contact with anybody, and it went from 25 one side and 70% on the other. So I think that may well be an illegal pit stop for the 28 car.
And you know, that's really particularly annoying for him if it is illegal, because he is the first driver out there who's done 1 stop, and well, the net leader as a result, especially that rain comes at a good time for him. So he's gonna have to get his best suit on, best tie, get his best lawyers, I'm sure he's got plenty, and yeah, prepare his case.
We'll certainly have to review the footage on that, the lap 1 pit stop.
Yeah, watch it mysteriously disappear.
As we see TAS here, it does appear to be illegal. Everybody else who pitted under lap 1 made legal pit stops. And
well, there's always
Jordan down, I think.
Always a potential that he has knocked into someone or something's happened that we haven't seen, but yes, after Jamie last week, you'd imagine no one would try it, but maybe TC has, maybe he hasn't. I just do not know. But yes, something from TC, as you say, the other stoppers all legal, which means that they're in a pretty nice position. That'd be an interesting topic, wouldn't it? Jordan, Riley, Paul. Sadly, Khalifa is now in there. As the safety car is coming in at the end of this lap, folks. Whoop-de-doo. And, you know, this safety car, it just slows everything down. It means that when this rain comes, it's going to come even earlier, effectively. Which is fantastic news. Because it means you get more drama, and it hopefully means that the rain would have a proper chance to affect the race. Because you don't want it to come on the last lap and then be like, well, you're not going to get your rain, we're certainly going to get it now. And we're also going to get a restart. Corey, leading the pack. Can he hold on to that lead? Let's find out. As he heads through that last chicane. Anyone going to have any incidents on this restart? I'm sure there'll be, well, something somewhere. But here we go. Corey waits as late as possible and he's gone. There's a bit of spotting positions. Iceman's into the pit straight away. Interesting stuff from him. Red Matt thought about it, thought about making the position on Jano, but decided against it. Kyle has gone by Camo Babo, rescues all over the back of NK Bourne. But yes, Iceman and Pete, the Speed Boys, have decided they're going to come into the pits, both for medium tyres.
And Pete had damage anyway, so that was expected. I think Iceman is more strategical, just to get one of those stops out of the way with and to try and stay in this race somehow.
Red Matt seems in a position to pressure Jan will at some point as Camo falls down another position. But yeah, it's just when he goes for the move, because he got close on towards turn 1, got close at the way towards turn 7. So potential moves happening there at some point. Khalifa is up into 17 because of all those pit stops, but he hasn't actually passed any of those people who've already stopped in front of him, so that's worth pointing out. We've got to keep our eye on him because he is really a main frontrunner now in this race, despite the fact he's at the very back of it. It's just the way these rules are and the way the weather could pan out anyway. So yeah, certainly worth, like I say, keeping your eye on those that pitted already. Jordan is already ahead of TC and already challenging Dexter, so he is looking in a very nice position indeed. It really is.
He is, and it's actually surprising to see Khalifa struggle to get past these boys.
Well, I mean,
the old argument about Vettel not being able to overtake in the midfield.
Corey is into the pits. I mean, look, we did our 5 lappers here, and we all got very angry at you because you were a bit of a human roadblock. But it proved...
Khalifa's gone for a spin, almost. Just about
there's
saved
moves going on, and
final
there's
turn.
contact, by the way. Kyle and Risky getting ahead. But yeah, like I say, I think when we did our race, it was just for fun, mind you, but it still proved the point that some people can be roadblocks around this track, and it makes it difficult to go for overtakes. So Jordan having a car between himself, a few cars between himself and Khalifa is crucial, and if he can get more cars in between, it's even better. As Jake goes past Paul McGuinness.
I think coming into this, Kyle and Paul had the game plan to be a roadblock, but Kyle has made his way up the road now with all the pit stops, and he's lost his mate Paul in the traffic.
Indeed.
Jordan is flying, being held up by Dexter, his team.
Yeah, so we don't tend to watch the fight for... Oh, Riley! Riley's had a moment. Don't know if he's hit the wall or anything. Oh, he's been clattered into... I think Paul McGuinness has lost a good chunk of his front wing now. We're not getting any good camera angles on it.
Khalifa has wing damage too as he overtakes Riley.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff going on. I wonder if Khalifa's... Oh, and Paul's done even more damage, and he's stuck Riley into the wall, virtual safety car. That seemed a bit deliberate from Paul, I can't lie. He really wasn't happy with whatever went on there. Because I think someone clattered into the back of him. Possibly. There was a lot of concertina going on to the hairpin, and Paul has just ended up worse off as a result of it. And I guess he's just, you know, taking his frustration out on Riley. I don't think Riley didn't get any damage though, so it's fine. But well, Corey, does he get away with the earlier pit stop? Because FBS went in just as the others entered the pits. They might well have saved a few seconds there. This could be Janel ahead of Corey. Corey, of course, who's quite behind quite a lot of people anyway.
Race leader is MK Bourne, by the way, showing Kia Series boys will be competitive this season. At least this man will.
Oh, Corey's not going to be happy about this. Corey is not. He just isn't. Look at this. He's fallen way behind. It's red now in front of him. But yeah, back up then to Jordan, still on the back of Dexter. The net race leaders. Quite comfortably in this fight. MK Bourne, Risky, OKK and Dexter will go on for a while, but they still have to make 2 stops, and Sally, there's nothing they can do to get out of that, and I don't think they'll be able to make a pit-stop advantage. It just doesn't seem very likely on older tyres. Only a few laps older, but older still.
Oh, poor old Calababo, he's pitted and then come out and got damage after that.
Jordan
12% to the front and left.
Jordan
stuck behind Dexter.
He wanted to try a DRS, but he was a bit nervous. I'm sure he's probably aware by now. He's probably worked it out in his head where he is in this race, which is the net lead by, you know, a decent margin to, you know, the traditional fast drivers.
He clipped the wall with his rear tyres there going under the grandstand. Just about got away with it. Dexter will pit. His teammate TC will follow. TC will follow him through. That's his other teammate.
Obviously, it's yeah, that gives TC a chance. Also gives Jake a chance. Jake, we said how impressive he was in the first 2 races of the season. Wasn't particularly impressive in the last one because of various issues, and certain incident we're not really allowed to talk about because angry. But yeah, he had an eventful
TC's going to go for a move on Jordan here.
TC, well,
Quite.
we've seen this situation with him on this track before, and it did end in an accident last time.
About here.
A bit earlier on, wasn't
season
it?
one?
Season one's where the wall took him, but it was, I think, run down to Raffles Boulevard where it all went wrong last time. If TC can just get through cleanly, and if that pit stop was legal, this is him fighting for his first win in quite a long time.
And Owen, I don't want to jinx anything, I never do, but Jordan, if I refer you back in the YouTube chat 15 minutes ago, he commented, will I ever win a race? At the moment, this is his best chance.
Yeah, the chances don't really come much better than this.
No, we've got Khalifa down at the back with wing damage.
Especially on a track where it's so difficult to overtake. It really is a golden opportunity, this. And I can't understate that. This is it. Oh, did Jake hit the wall with his rear tire, I want to say? Pushing the limit a little bit. Last thing he needs is to be involved in an accident when he's in such a decent position himself. Looking for his first podium, of course, as a JACKOCAR driver.
Yeah, Owen, I just want to alert you to the pit stop part on the timings there. On my screen, at least, it's showing that Dexter has not made a pit stop. He has,
yes,
but the game does not believe that he has.
Yeah, that's an odd one, isn't it? Maybe it was a drive-through penalty or something.
Well, Tass is telling me he actually made a pit stop.
Yeah, it's weird that.
Look into that. See if he pits again this time around.
I'm sure the game wouldn't just send him through the pit lane without changing anything, but that does seem like a glitch. Luckily, with record of one pit stop, and you've got to make two anyway. So as long as the second pit stop shows up, he's solid. He won't get disqualified. And look at Cam on the inside of Jano. Lots of contact there, but Jano ahead and in 9th place at the moment, chasing down the drivers that stopped earlier. And Cam's left the station. Well,
okay.
Someone didn't
safe to say his Joker is over.
So Jake, do you know, I'm going to curse him at all, but he does look real good at the minute, doesn't he? Like, I just got a good feeling about him today.
Yeah. Well, 2 top 5s in his first 2 races, obviously misfortune in Hungary, which every driver will get in any league. But he's sticking with these boys. Okay, Ball's picked a penalty. I didn't see that as Michael O'Keke pits. Jordan takes to the podium places. Cam rejoins us. Lock up the TC. Almost went into the back of Jordan there. Yellow flags at sector 1.
MK Bourne's in the wall, and he's got Jordan trying to pass him, and that's going to hold that TC as well. And the man who was leading the race has just lost the lead, just lost second place. But look at TC. He's all over the back of Jordan. He's going to try and take advantage down the inside. Goes the Belgian, and he looks like he's through. But will Jordan go back down his inside? Oh, that'll be into the wall.
Jordan,
and it is into the wall. Jake just got a cruise round here. Don't get involved in the accident. Khalifa, he's too far back anyway to get involved. But has Jordan got away with that one? I actually have to Tass up at the minute. Has he got damage?
He has no damage on Tass.
Well, there you go. I saw no visual. He's got away with that.
Yeah, he has. He has. No damage for Jordan.
Simulation damage, remember. It really is as lucky as you can get there to stack it into the wall and not end up with any damage. But yeah, that's all stemmed from MK Bourne having an accident and losing the lead of the race. He's now down to 7th. Risky.
Risky's on mediums.
Risky obviously goes for a little while longer. MK Bourne still, does that playoff point go to Brandon, or just not go to anyone?
No, MK Bourne will get it. It'll go on his records. So it's actually no use to any of the full-time drivers. You might need it one day, but you probably won't. It's unlikely. But it's his if he needs it. Right then, back to the front runners, and they actually are front runners now. It's not like a couple laps ago where they were at the back. They are now very much front runners.
And Jano is, well, actually, only, what, 6 seconds away from his little train for third, second. So, he might catch that, you know. As TC gets close once again, but cannot find a way through Jordan. Might be a little bit wary to go for the dive bomb, knowing what happened last time. He might fancy just catching that to Risky first and trying to take advantage of whatever goes on there, because he saw what happened with NK Bourne. Long way to go, mind you, and the rain, we do believe, is coming. So, there's a lot to think about.
Just about a third of the way through this one now, aren't we?
Yes, it is, like I say, the longest race on the calendar by quite some distance. It's, yeah, about, what, an hour long, this race, isn't it? So,
yes.
Definitely about playing the long game, it has to be said. And that's what we're doing. But Janel is catching rapidly.
You're looking at Janel, but looking at TC and Jordan, TC a lot braver on the brakes than Jordan. I think he might be running slightly lower wings as well, because he seems to catch up a fair bit on the straights. But Jordan pulls away in the traction zones and in the corners. That's what's keeping him in front at the moment as they start closing on Risky. How long will Risky go for? Completes lap 10. That is now 1/3 race distance.
Here we go again then. Will TC close in like he's done previously on that run through Rattles Boulevard? Because as you say, and as we've sort of been looking at the last few laps, he really does just get a fantastic run, but he's quite far back this time. And
in fact, he leaves him prone to Jake getting a move, but TC does have DRS here. Yeah, he's used his ERS as well just to close up, so no pressure from Jake. But they are both, all three of them actually, sorry, catching the race leader of Risky. That will probably have DRS involved on the next lap. Could be entertaining, that. Indeed.
Obviously, we know TC and Risky had their accident here last season. They got very angry at it.
One of their accidents.
One of their accidents, yes.
Huh.
But they've got history around here.
Yeah, they cleared that up actually.
Jake's going right around the outside, is he? Oh, he's hit him.
Oh, wing damage.
Well, TC broke deep. I don't think Jake was really expecting it. And well, Jake has front wing damage. Khalifa's got front wing damage as well. And those two, well, they will fall right.
Picks up a penalty for good measure.
They will probably fall into Riley's lap at some point soon. And, of course, Janel's. Oh, that's a frustrating one for Jake, that.
Yeah, so frustrating.
The damage is affecting him more than it's affecting Khalifa.
He has exactly the same percentage of damage on that front right end plate.
Yeah, but
I think Khalifa is dealing with it a little bit better.
So you wouldn't be able to tell it was the same damage, but it is. Just Jake struggling to drive it. Surely Khalifa gets by pretty rapidly here. He's got to as well, because Riley and Jan will have now turned up. And Riley's really stuck it in the wall. So here comes Khalifa on Jake. Jake, who might not be particularly happy with what's just happened to him, will be even more unhappy now, but he's going to try and hold it around the outside, but Khalifa is ahead and into 4th place in this race.
Channel trying to get Riley as well. Riley having none of it.
Got some more fighting further about. We got OKK, Cam on his Joker. Cam probably not really enjoying the Joker very much. In fact, I go as far as to say he's hating it. Probably wants to go home now.
Next playoff point available is end of lap 15.
Here goes Janel. Riley had a big slide, and there goes P6. Easy as that. And now Janel's coming up from 2 cars that are both damaged. Will struggle through this last sector, while Janel should close right up on them. And TC is gone. He's 2.2 seconds clear of Khalifa now. And not, well, he is not in the DRS zone actually, off Jordan, who's
Risky pits.
Yeah, I was going to say, was about to start catching Risky. I was actually sort of stagnating the gap, wasn't I? He didn't really close very much for a while, but Jordan,
Risky's tyres at 46%.
Riley nearly had an accident there. He seemed to have a real big slide. But there goes Jano now past Jake as well. Contact at turn 1 for him once again. But P4 is his.
Corey's faded away. He's all the way down. P7. He's just about had a spin. Saves it though. But Matto should get past him easily now down this back straight. Oh,
yeah, you'd expect him to. He's not using ZRS, is Matter. He would have done it because Corey's got no ERS left. But I guess there's no way of him being able to tell that, is there, Matter? So.
No.
Still, I'm sure he'll give it a go at something because he does have Redman behind him. Back up to the leading pair though. Half a second separates them two. And this is a genuine fight for the lead, if we're not official in this.
Obviously pending that pit stop investigation. TC.
I'm sure there's a perfectly good explanation for it from TC, but if there isn't, then yeah. Tricky one is, because obviously Jordan doesn't know about it.
No. Unless he has a stream app. I know his girlfriend has a stream app, she might be able to tell him.
Maybe.
Demi, as ever, in the chat.
Yeah, it's sort of ignored the chat a bit. I've been too engrossed in the race. Let's see what everyone's having a wee chit chat about. Is it anything interesting? No. Okay. Jano is past Khalifa now. Front wing damage, not really helping the championship leader either. But surely this is it now. TC all over the back of Jordan. We know how quick he is in a straight line. And that is going to be a big opportunity to take the lead of this race. Here comes TC down the inside. We've seen him try this before. It hasn't worked then. Will it work now? Will Jordan throw one up the inside once more?
Yes.
He will. And TC now's got the exit. And surely the lead of the race will be his as Jordan goes wide once again. TC leads in Singapore. And there you go. Speaking of Demi, she's in the chat, and as soon as she turns up, Jordan loses out. Time to bring up that relevant conversation. Do we really need girlfriends?
Well, but to be considered.
Huh? Have we lost you?
I'm here. Hello.
Alright. Sort of spazzed out a bit.
Yeah. Controller out the headset out the controller. Just goes to show anything can happen when you're live.
Indeed. Not very exciting, but oh well. And obviously that move is important for TC as well, because obviously that stage point is coming up. Jordan
next lap
won't be too happy that he missed out on it, but he'll be even more than happy to find that Janel's all over, and Janel looking really is the fastest man out there at the minute, on fresher tyres of course than Jordan and TC. Corey wants to try and have a look at Jake as Matter and Riley scrap away, but Riley, like I say, well not Riley, Jake certainly appears to be struggling with the damage, doesn't he? A lot more than Khalifa is, and that will be Corey going up. Janel also long ahead before the corner there of Jordan, and there you go. Jake loses another position, but he's gone up the inside once again, and it is contact at turn 7, and that might well be another overtake as Matter goes through, and there's contact once more, and Redmat's had to really put the brakes on to avoid an accident, and you are exclaiming because we've got Kyle on the outside of Arnold. Nothing happening there, but was there any contact, or were you just enjoying what was going on behind?
I think it looked like Red Mat almost got damage. He was right up against the
infamous
turn angle.
He had to really put the brakes on and lock it up to make sure he didn't hit. And there goes
Arnold down the inside of Riley.
Well, forceful, but successful, or is it actually? There's a lot of contact, and they're very nearly dragging each other into the wall. And they're side by side, and look up ahead as well. You've also got Red Mat trying to get by Jake, and that looks very close indeed. Kyle's gonna get two cars in one corner, and there you go, job done there. But we've still got Red Mat, and there's still contact. I don't know who to watch as Riley goes for a wee bit of a half spin. He's still all over the show. Red Mat cannot get by Jake. Drama.
Yes. Arnaud's move on Riley at the hairpin is just about within the laws.
Yeah, well, alright.
No damage to either of them, just very hard racing, what we'd like to see. Red Matt looking lively on the back of Jake now.
Arnaud in the bits.
TC did pick up that playoff point.
Right next side, look at this one. Red Matt, contact with Jake, and that's a very difficult angle, and absolutely a massive amount of contact. Could be a virtual safety car. We've seen it before for Debris. We did see it earlier on in the race. And Kyle, well, he's going to get by 2 cars in 1 move for the second time in 2 laps.
Less than half a lap, I'd say.
Yeah, and these two will still be at it. The damage to the men of Red Matt and of Jake. Jake with all his damage on the right hand side of the front wing. And with Red Matt, it's all on the left hand side. And Jano has got by TC into the lead. I mean, I hadn't even quicker than I expected to whip, but there you go. Jano leads the race. Slightly predictable, but still, we'll let him have it. We'll let him have it.
Matt in the chat saying mind the wall. I think it's mind everybody else at the moment. Loads of front wing end plates flying everywhere at the moment. I
sense a dive bomb, but Red Matt doesn't. Alright. Oh, he's hit him anyway.
More damage, yeah. Why not?
Why not? Yeah, might as well go all in at this point. Even when he's trying not to have an accident, he's managed it. He's not let OKK through.
Go.
OKK can now have his own go at breaking his car on the back of Jake.
Well, these two are mates.
Oh, yellow
so I don't expect much.
Flags. Oh, puncture for Arnaud. He's run over some of the debris, I assume. And that front right tire's exploded, look. That's just making his day even better. Well. Back to the other action. Surely Jake will be into the pit lane. Oh. That's bold. It's almost stupid, honestly, but he's gone off to Narnia, and there goes OKK ahead of him. That was a bit easy, wasn't it? It's going to keep happening. As Risky...
Teammates and mates in real life, I don't think there was much fight there.
Risky's gone by Riley. Let's just quickly cut back to see Arnaud's progress, because... Khalifa as well, getting by Jordan. Jordan struggling for pace at the minute. But yeah, Arnaud, I'm not 100% sure really what happened to him. He must have run over some debris. Makes you question if there's any more out there that you could be running over.
I think it's safe to say there is, Owen.
Well, it depends how quickly it despawns. It's my point. It's raining. It's raining. We've got a completely other problem to deal with now as Jordan falls even further down. That might be him thinking of going first for those inters.
What will Arnaud do?
Well, what will Arnaud do? I think he's possibly got quite a lucky break here because...
look how slow his car is in the pit lane.
It gives him a chance to choose all
over again.
Gives him a chance to choose the tyre, doesn't it? I believe they were red. In fairness, the tyre. God, this is painful.
I can tell you, 100% is that front right. I don't think I need to tell you that.
Oh, it's gone again. It's intermediates. It's intermediates. He had a chance to change it. Oh, this is intense.
That's such a slow crawl into the pit lane.
It shouldn't be that slow on the way out. And well, this disaster, let's be honest, will still be a disaster. He's not getting lapped by the field. But he'll be the first one on those inters. He'll be our guinea pig. And it explains why Jake...
penalties start to come in.
It explains why Jake was there so long. He's got quite a traffic jam. I wonder if he's going to fancy the pits as well. Yeah,
he is.
Shockingly, he's pitted.
And this is going to hurt Red Matt, who the lap before Arnaud coming in front wing and some lovely fresh dry tyres, which he's not going to get the benefits of.
Here comes Corey trying to get by Khalifa. Khalifa, obviously, that explains why he's done it as well with the damage. To go for those intermediates. But, yes, 2 drivers then on intermediates. Is Arnaud catching Paul? No, he's not. So they're not quite ready to go yet, these inters, but they'll get there.
Won't be long. It's such a long lap round here.
Well, it can change so much in a lap, but it is that difficult.
Corey. A bit wide.
DRS still enabled for these guys. That's the best way to tell you it's still a dry enough track for dries. But can Corey find a way by Khalifa? I'm sure Corey
his way back into this race, hasn't he?
I'm sure Corey could never have expected he'd be on pole with Arnold at the back, or Khalifa at the back, and somehow halfway through the race end up fighting him for genuine track position. For third place, no less. Will Khalifa pit? No, we're staying out. Let's go and see other people, see how they're doing. The rain is very light at the minute, isn't it? That is the thing, and Arnold is hemorrhaging time. Has he got a puncture again? No, he's not. He's just locked up. He's just struggling for grip.
Of course, it was under that grandstand last season where he almost hit Corey, who had a puncture, whilst he was lapping him.
Yes.
What a difference a season makes. That was his first of 3 playoff wins. And now he's at the back, a lap down, burning the intermediates. They're already on 7%, Owen.
Yeah, that's not a good sign, is it? He's got to stick with his guns though now, because there's nothing he can do about this. Pits again, and he goes even further behind. As Kyle there got past Jordan, who's well, he went from race leader not too long ago to miles off. I don't know what's happened to his pace.
Iceman pits for Inters.
Struggled as Iceman does pit. Having watched Arnold on board, I can't say it was pretty. So I do think it is a lap or two too early for this. But let's see anyway. See how we
Jake
get on.
almost spun in the final turn. He's just about kept it facing the right way.
It's tense stuff, this.
Jake is really struggling. I don't know if you're on board. It's so slow.
We see Jake. Where is he? 7th. Yeah, I mean, it's to be expected really with this. It's a bit like Arnold's on board. Just nothing there. There's no grip yet. You're slipping around.
Yeah.
Very entertaining to watch them.
The MK Bourne's gone to the Inters as well. We didn't see that one. Paul McGuinness is on softs.
Corey's in the pits. I still think it's too early for these tyres, but Corey's going to go for them. Hoping he'll be the first. Oh, he broke his front line, has he? He's broke his front line, that's what's done it.
Yep.
That's what's inspired him.
Mediums.
Oh. God.
Oh. Well.
Interesting.
Corey, do we need a chat?
Or is this a strategic masterclass? Will the rain stop? I sort of doubt it by how many people actually want to go Inters. But maybe it'll stop. But it probably won't. Let's look at Paul McGuinness though in the meantime, because he's now in the back of NK Bourne. Might tell you something
really
easy.
struggling, Owen. Sorry to interrupt you again.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Okay, getting risky, just let him through.
Well, this should tell you from Paul McGuinness's view just how easy it is at the minute to get by these guys on Inters, on the sauce that he's currently on. It just is not ready for Inters yet. But it's also struggling season. I mean, you can see that. Paul's all over the show, but he's still pulling away. Difficult situation, because NK Bourne...
72%.
Because NK Bourne will be looking at that and thinking, he's struggling so much, how am I not faster than him? It's just the way the track is at the moment. A real struggle. And there you go, Paul McGuinness is gone. Oh, that is Iceman, who's gone for a spin at turn 1.
No damage.
I hit the tyres up a little bit, that's probably not what he wants at the minute. In fact, I'll tell you that's exactly what he doesn't want.
Oh. Horrible out on those tyres.
Oh. Will he hold it? Yes, he will.
TC time penalty, speeding in the pit lane. As he pits along with Mata and Kyle, they think it's now the time. OKK joins them. Leafer and Giles stayed out.
They should have the stream on. TC's gone for more mediums. Matter, that looks like Inters.
OKK Inters.
OKK
Kyle Inters.
Yeah. Must have been a wee mistake, I can see, sir. Might cost him the podium, that. If the illegal pit stop, allegedly illegal pit stop, hasn't screwed him over already. We've got half the grid then out there on Inters, which we don't really think work. Interesting. Janel and Khalifa have the right idea. I think we're staying out just a little bit longer. We haven't had that message yet to say DRS is disabled.
I'll tell you what other message we've not had yet. 20 cars are still in the running. That's Singapore.
I've got to say though, NK Bourne now on this lap, faster than Paul McGuinness at this current moment in time. Maybe they are finding the right point. Let's see. So let's go over the matter. See if he's got anything going for him. Because Paul McGuinness on dying tyres maybe is a little bit skewed, but new mediums versus new inters, new mediums still come out on top.
Look at the graining on Khalifa's front right now. He's at 71%.
Yeah, you can see that line right through the tyre, can't you? He's really pushing that tyre to the limit. Jano, he can afford that because he's about 16.5 seconds clear at the front. So if he's off by a lap or two, it's not the end of the world. And I think that the fact that most people are now switching to them anyway, even if they aren't necessarily faster, proves it's probably okay to switch at this point. Oh, Khalifa's hit the wall again.
You already needed a wing change.
He's left any more of that front line behind, but you never know. Will TC follow into the pits on those mediums, or is he going to stick with his choice? Right. Interesting. That is interesting. Do you think the rain's going to stop?
I don't know. Risky stays out. Get a few more laps led in. First race this season where Khalifa has not led the race.
And speaking of him, he's coming out in what could be potential net sort of P4, P5 if OKK gets him, which he might well do. We'll see if he has any good traction on the exit, but it's a difficult order to predict right now because of the people who are on the mediums, because that could prove to be an inspired decision just to stay out on them if the rain were to stop, because he wouldn't have to pit again, obviously. But we'll see.
Yeah, we've got quite the field spread at the moment, but there's no real order to what we're actually watching.
Yeah, it's a bit of a mess, isn't it? It's like a practice session.
Yeah.
No real racing's going on because they're all too busy experimenting with the tyres.
We did predict we'd be in for a classic, but we didn't quite expect this.
Yes, it's interesting to say the least. Jano,
Indeed.
is he catching? He is catching, like, so, I mean, it's working out. I must say, car looks very nice with the interest on, Jano. I don't think that's really relevant to the race, but I mean, there you go. There's that magical message we've been waiting for. DRS disabled. Will that be the cue for Risky to pit? Yes, it will. So maybe the rain is here to stay. Let's see. TC, will he pit? I mean, looking at him on board, you'd be crazy not to at this point. And he is going to.
Corey stays out, Owen.
Oh, he's an idiot then.
Oh no.
You were saying 20 cars still in the race.
Well, I said that when there were 20 cars still in the race.
I don't think it's going to be like that for very long.
Corey may not make it to the end of lap 23. He's already going for a spin in turn 2.
Jesus. This is great entertainment. It reminds me of Marco Andretti when he stuck, was it 6 on a wet track? I'm trying to remember where it was actually. I can't, but it was fun to watch. It was one of those wet empty cars where it's sort of driving, not really. This is like the opposite. So let's see how he gets on, Corey. Pete's been in the pits. Where's Dexter? He'll be coming round in a moment. Is he in the pits as well? But yeah, this is looking like a bad idea, isn't it? As Carl goes by Risky, and you can see the spray coming off these two.
Look how slow Dexter is in the final sector. Camo Pabo just waiting for him to move out of the way. Oh, but Catchman's at the inside, Owen. Into the final turn, they go.
Nice move.
Yeah.
Impressive.
Play. Camo Pabo makes no progress whatsoever.
Right, back to Corey. Look at the wheel spin. That's just mad, isn't it? He's still wheel spinning in 6th gear. Oh, look at it. We can barely turn in. Oh, wow. The only man out there on dry tyres, and he's got Matter all over him. Matter is up into 2nd place.
Let him go. Well done, Corey. So the two of the 3 reserves are in the front 2 positions.
Yes.
At this rate, nobody advances to the playoffs. I think that was one or two laps late.
Yeah, I tend to Facebook way too late.
Oh,
Just get into the box, man.
get it slowed down. Kyle will inherit P3.
So what was Corey's thinking there? I mean,
I don't know, but he overtook TC on the last lap. So keep your eyes on TC, and that's where we expect Corey to come out in around that P10 area.
yeah, you'll see him coming
lost
out.
so much time.
In fact, you will see him coming out. Well, there he is, actually. Yes, he is coming out. P10 it is. And, well, I'm afraid to say that sort of settles the race down a little bit for us. They all survived. That's boring, isn't it?
Isn't it?
And we're suddenly talking about records again for race win margins. Would require quite some effort from Jano, mind you, to beat it, but still time to beat it. Let's see if we can do it.
Needs another 12 seconds on top of matter.
That's doable. I'd do it.
Would you?
I'd try.
Okay.
Still worse than I am, you know. I'd only crash. I do that all the time. See, Jamie in the chat doesn't want that record to be broken. Which is exactly why I want him to beat it, John. But he's actually got the matter of closing in on him. Very marginally. It's way too late in the race for him to do anything. But I mean, do you know, it's been an impressive day for Matter anyway. It's a really good drive. Good quality, good drive. Now we've got some action. We've got some action. We've got Khalifa, we've got Kyle. That final podium spot. And
the rain's just picked up a bit of intensity here.
I was going to say, do you think we'll maybe go near wets at the end? Because like we say, it's a very long lap round here. This isn't like a Monza or something where it's a very short dash to the end. No. We've still got a good 10, 12 minutes of this. Actually, more like 15 minutes of this.
Yeah.
So that's a long, long way to go. And the rain does intensify. We might well get yet another round of pit stops.
I hope it does.
I hope so too. It'd be fantastic, that. You can see that Khalifa's pushing anyway. Try and get it, Kyle.
Pushing and sliding. Kyle with the same problems, slightly more stable. I mean, massive respect to Khalifa for doing that second stint with only partly front wing. It was quite incredible. Kept himself in the race.
Yeah, that's been very good for him, hasn't it? We'll see if he can make it 4 podiums out of 4 this season. That's his goal. I'm sure if he can, he'll try and finish on every single podium on the calendar. He's certainly got the pace to do so, and it'll certainly prove today, even when he gets his qualifying completely wrong, he still can come back in the race. But let's just see if he gets there first. Let's see if the rain keeps getting heavier, because it does look like it is doing so. My PlayStation controller is dying. That's fantastic. Hope you enjoy the black box of death on your screen. It's been a while since you've had to experience that from me. I do apologise profusely. But yeah, the problem with the rain actually is obviously there are 3 DRS zones on this track. You can't use a single one of them. So Khalifa's going to have to use his brawn, he's going to have to use his skill, he's going to have to use everything he's ever learned in a car to get his way past. And having driven against him at go-karting, I can tell you he doesn't know how to do that.
Calls himself the Lewis Hamilton of JACKOCAR.
We all beat him in real life racing.
And if he's anything like Lewis Hamilton, he'll get past Kyle at the end of this straight.
Well, if he's anything like Lewis Hamilton, he wouldn't have got the quali so wrong.
That's true.
Would have been 46 seconds ahead.
Big lockup.
Yeah, this is a struggle.
Believe it or not, Owen, Kyle and Khalifa, they've started the same amount of races as each other. Very, very close and similar in stats, like all aspects of their stats. race wins, points, top 5s, top 10s, etc.
Championship bottled.
Yeah, both of them regular season champions.
Red Mat's on the way.
Actually, no, Khalifa was not regular season champion, but both of them bottled the title.
Has Khalifa just smashed his front wing up? Yes, he has.
He has.
It's gone into the back of Kyle, and well, as that all happens, Red Matt, like I say, first onto the whites. Will that be a sign for Khalifa to get lucky here? Oh no, I broke my way. Let me just go into the pits and take the whites to the end. You know? We've got another in the pits. Iceman's on to... Oh, let me watch this. Iceman's on the mediums. Right.
I think that's a game glitch, isn't it?
No. He's got this wrong, and this entertaining, so we're going to watch it. Get us on board, come on, thank you. Oh, beautiful there. Oh, it's poetry in motion. Jesus Christ.
Oh, he's had such a good season up to this point.
You're only 1 minute and 22 seconds ahead of Arnold. I'm sure you can make this work. There's been an accident.
Corey.
TC.
Is it TC? Yeah, sorry.
Yes. No damage though, just been a little bit of a slide and a bit of a spin and a bit of a mess.
Iceman's still struggling.
He hasn't even got to the difficult bit yet. Look at that. Oh,
Arnold. I was just switched to Arnold. He was struggling as well.
Oh, wow. Jordan onto the wets as well.
Oh, Iceman. Come on, save it, son.
Go on. Hey, look at the train behind. It's Kyle and Khalifa. Oh, dear.
Oh, no.
Oh,
It's gonna hit the
no.
wall.
Oh, scary moments, that.
Now his teammate Risky coming up behind it as well.
Be careful on the brakes. You might go straight on.
I wonder if Iceman will hold up OKK when he lets Risky through, because he can, he's allowed to, but I don't know if he can keep the car in a straight enough line to prevent the inevitable. This goes wide, OKK will be through here.
Yes.
Glances the wall.
He's done remarkably well to get round.
He has. Do you reckon he's going to pit at the end of this lap?
Do you know what? Let's just for fun. How about no? Just finish the race like this. This is fantastic. Look at him. Showing a lovely time.
Great car control.
Yeah. Oh, he spoke way too late.
Oh.
Be careful now. I'd say after he's had a whole rally cross lap. Intermediates and a new front wing. Nice. Well, that was fun. Yellows, there's a car. Red mat. Safety car. That's what Ericsson did, and Jano's got to be aware of that car because, well, look at this. Don't hit him now.
Oh,
I don't like this. Oh. You know, the problem with a safety car with 4 laps to go around here when it's tipping it down with rain is that it's tipping it down with rain and it might take a while to catch up.
Yeah.
Ah, look at this.
He's got to let him go.
Yeah, he's got to let him go. Riley's did... Oh, he's bent it. There's been an accident on the safety car.
There goes that 20 car finish.
Has he hit the safety car? He's hit the safety car. His front wing's all over the safety car. He's had an episode with a safety car, folks.
Oh
dear. Deary me.
Red Matt is the only man who can legally pit at this current time.
Maybe that's what Riley was trying to do.
Yeah, well, we've seen it before, haven't we?
Let me just do myself in on the safety. Oh, I've taken myself out. Oops. Poor safety car. I hope Big Bert Maylander is alright. It's heavily whacked that one.
Oh, Red Matt's hit the pit wall!
I think there's another one gone as well. Jano nearly, but he's kept it going. I can't believe they're not pitting for full wets, but obviously the rules say you can't.
You can't. Red Matt was the only one, and he didn't even make it to the commitment line.
Jesus. Well, we've been saying that all day of being careful on the way in. This is nearly a typhoon, Jacko.
Is that what the safety car's for, or was it for red mat?
Oh, it was for red mat. I mean, he was in the wall. He was stopped. It was a roadblock.
Right.
Right, so Janel still leads the race by 16 seconds, but he has now caught the safety car. So what I think is going to happen is that they're all going to catch it, and the safety car will go in at the end of lap 30. And we will get 2 hours in that train in the fight. Sadly, Dexter's in the way of this, which means that Janel will probably still win the race. So, unless there's a rule where Dexter can get out of the way, like by pitting illegally, so that we don't have to worry about this, wink wink. Please. I'm begging you, man. Also,
the last time I messaged a driver during the race, it caused controversy.
I would just say get him out of the way. Again, censoring myself to be polite. Corey's in the pits. Is this legal?
No.
Oh dear. Obviously, Jordan is the only driver out there now who's on legal wets. So this could be good for him, because I mean, have you? Oh, okay, right. Safety car's in this lap, and yeah, I thought they could do one more lap, but they aren't going to. So actually, Jordan, he might. Yeah, he's not going to gain anything out of this.
Dexter knows the rules. He will get out of the way straight away.
Kyle's crashed into the wall with his rear tyre, and he's got to catch up now because Janel's going to go in a minute. Only the matter can stop this going to Janel, and Dexter's not even getting close to Janel. Dexter's making this as easy as humanly possible for Janel. Are they teammates?
They're ERT teammates, don't forget.
So, I mean, I guess he's got an incentive to do this.
The rules are he has to get out the way. He has to get out the way on the restart.
Well, when's that restart going to happen? I suspect any minute now.
Yeah.
Away goes Janel. Harnard cutting the corner to try and catch up, and Janel loses the rear end in the final corner. But look at how much holding up has been done. It doesn't really matter. He's 2 seconds clear, and Arnold's had a bit of an accident. Looks like quite a big bit of an accident as well.
Janel spun!
Oh, okay. I wasn't watching that, but he's binned it already, and he's taken Kyle with him now. Oh dear. He had one job. Well, this is what we're saying. It's typhoon conditions out here, Jacko. This might not be the last one to bin it, because now
may not.
Janel's sent himself through Kyle and back ahead. Matter has got a lap and a half. This would be his first one as well, wouldn't it, in JACKOCAR?
Yeah, he's another reserve.
As a reserve. And, well, can he keep it on track?
Sailing.
Can he keep it on track?
McGuinness is faster than him at the moment.
Yeah. He's right on board with a race leader. Just see how difficult these conditions are for him. Oh, I'm sure having seen Janel go off, though, he will be thinking, right, let's just...
It can happen to anyone.
Let's just keep this calm here. Let's not go crazy. There's quite the train behind this, by the way. Kyle, obviously, with damage, and Janel, obviously, with damage, and Khalifa, obviously, well, he's also got damage, hasn't he? So they're all damaged. They're risky. I don't quite know how he's managed this, but he's fighting for a podium himself now. He hasn't got any damage, you see. He has got 6 seconds of penalties, though. Cam on his Joker, which hasn't really been much of a Joker, could still end up with something.
Is Cam even in the race?
I
is
haven't
that just his
clue.
car going round?
I don't know, but he's here.
Whether it is or isn't, it'll count. If his car finishes P7, he'll stay there. That's for position. Oh. Yellow flags again.
You know who that's for? It's for Paul McGuinness. He's got right in the way of Risky. He's got in the way of Risky. What on earth?
Last week's race winner struggling down in P15 is going to let us train through. Gets a penalty for it. I'm surprised.
Final lap then.
1 lap to go.
Matter. This is where Janel went. I may well have missed it on stream, but we don't have to mention that. Well, I just have. But
cut it.
Caught the end of it. Khalifa, though, is all over Kyle, and give him a chance to pass, and he will.
Look at this train behind Kyle. Oh.
It's glorious. Wish we could have a few more laps of this. And you know, I wish the safety car had stayed out another lap, so it could have all been on the back of the lead. But unfortunately, they're all fighting instead for this. So we get more yellow flags. I suspect possibly for Jake. Oh, into the wall! And out of the race goes OKK. He's binned it on the straight. I don't think there was contact in there. But a lot of cars trying to muddle their way through all this.
Risky's overtaken Khalifa as well.
Yeah, we're watching it live as Khalifa still struggles for grip. But you can see the Typhoon once again sort of proving itself to be, well, a Typhoon. As Risky tries to get himself to P3 in the road. But there's no way of doing so at the moment. Can Risky maybe try around the outside? That's suicide, so he's not going to do that. I'd hope, but we'll see. Maybe he'll fancy it into the hairpin. In fact, he's got a full front wing, so he certainly has a little bit more to play with. But don't leave the door open like that. You'll have Khalifa on you, and he has indeed. Yellow flags. Where's that? That's in. Oh, look, Jake is right in the line of Matter. He's having to stop nearly, but he's got through. And Calm, I think, had an accident, has he? No, he's actually going past. I thought he was just having some sort of problem, but that might actually just be for Jake. Jano is closing on the race leader, but with a penalty, it's not really going to matter too much to him. Matter, can he get round these last two corners?
He's going down the inside of Kyle.
Oh, and
Catchman's in the wall.
Nearly into Kajman. He's out of the race. But here comes Matter. He's going to cross the line to win. As Jano finishes second, he's facing backwards. Here's Risky in third at the moment. We'll see what penalties does to this result. I wonder if Khalifa might try and get by Kyle, but there's no way through. And Kyle does get the podium by only a tenth of a second to Khalifa. Then Risky, Calm. Oh my goodness, is Paul upside down? He's not quite upside down. We've got someone's going to end up on their rollover hoop. Look at this onboard with Corey right now. He I think's had a bit of an accident. He might well have been one of the yellow flags. But look at that pilot. Oh dear. Yeah, he's joined it. Oh dear. Here's TC. What's he going to do? Oh,
straight to Corey.
Oh God. What a shot. 7 cars just parked it.
It's like curling at the moment. Jordan's going to spin in the final corner.
No, they're only watching that.
Oh, reverse to the line, Jordan.
We've got quite a long way to it for the others actually, but this 8-car pile-up is about to become a 9-car pile-up, because where the hell's Jordan going to end up? Let's see. Is he going to...
still just under the grandstand. Wow, this race is still going, folks.
And Jordan has stopped. Or has he? Oh, hold on. He's trying to find his way through here. Nope, he's crashed.
Kamababa, can he keep it in a straight line? Yes, he can. He should finish P11. Pick your parking spot, bud. What about MK4? The Kia Series driver. Remember, it starts next week on Tuesday. He's going to come home P12. Shameless self-promotion.
I think that's what, 10 cars down there?
I think so. Well, that's JACKOCAR at its best yet again.
We've beaten the wall. That's a bigger pile than the wall. And what a dramatic end to the race. And it is a first-time winner in Matter. A shock
Looks
result.
nothing like him.
Oh, no. He's way too small. Hasn't got any...
He hasn't got a beard.
Beards. I'm growing a beard, by the way. I'm trying anyway. I'm going to impress you all over in March. That's not relevant to the conversation. He's too small. He must be a good foot too small. I mean, Brendan's a small lad. And Matter's a mountain. But he's won the race anyway. No penalties as well. A really solid drive.
Paul McGuinness, is that correct?
Possibly.
Is that another playoff point?
I believe it is indeed. But the order. Matter, first to ever win. Jano second, Kyle third, Khalifa fourth, Risky fifth, Cam sixth, TC seventh, but under investigation for an illegal pit stop. Corey, same thing. Pete, Jordan, Callum Barrow, NK Bourne, OKK Dexter, Paul, Iceman, Jake, Arnold, Riley and Redma. And if you ever wanted a dramatic end to a race, there you have it. Well, and with that,
fantastic.
It's time to end. So, thank you all for watching. Where are we next week, Jacko?
Silverstone long, actually. Because of course, the week after that we go to Silverstone Short.
Yes. So looking forward to that one. But from us in the commentary box, it's been a pleasure as always, and we will see you next week. Safe travels. I mean, safe travels. I'm gonna just keep saying it.